You can have your co-borrowers. You can actually invite your co-borrower by click on add co-borrower and give their information. The co-borrower is identified by their phone number. So once the co-borrower is added here, the co-borrower will be alerted on it will be registered in the system, and you can ask the co-borrower to download the same app. You can send them, you can share the link. You can share the link from here, share app, and you can just go and share this link. Come on. Yeah. Send it to anyone. And once they download the app, they have to accept that you are going to use them as a co-borrower or co-signer, and they will be able to see, you see the third option, my bad, this is the third option. Once they download, they will be able to see edit as co-borrower. If someone else added me as a co-borrower, I can see myself here. I click on it and I say, you know what, borrower name is 𝘁cie𝗱𝗆, he added me. He added me as a co-borrower. That is his phone number, that is his name, and I can control my privacy. I don't want him to see my personal information. I'm going to share my verified information with 𝘁cie𝗱𝗆, or I hereby authorize 𝘁cie𝗱_mortgage to use my information as co-borrower for 𝘁cie𝗱𝗆. So if I uncheck first two, Eddie from 𝘁cie𝗱𝗆 is not going to see my personal information, what I enter, and he is not going to see the verified information what loan officer enters, verifies for 𝘁cie𝗱. Verified for me, will not share it, and it will use my information. It will use my information. So what's going to do is it is going to use my information for the purpose of calculation. If I uncheck this all, I'm not sharing anything with 𝘁cie𝗱𝗆. I'm not sharing any information that I manually enter in this app. I'm not sharing any verified information with 𝘁cie𝗱𝗆, and I'm not allowing the mortgage company to share any of my verified information with 𝘁cie𝗱𝗆. So if someone added you as co-borrower, it doesn't mean they can see all your information, because there's a lot of time it happens that you want to add a co-borrower or co-signer, whatever the case is, and they don't want to share their personal information. So if you are added as a co-borrower or co-signer, you can do the same thing. You can say, okay, you know what, just let the mortgage company who are licensed to look at your information see my information and use my information for the purpose of as a co-borrower. But this information will not be shared with the person you added, or I want him to see my verified information. My verified information may be different from my information. So I think I'm making $100,000 a month. But once a loan officer verifies, he says, no, dude, you are only making $10,000. Okay. And if you don't want to share this, whatever money you're using, it will be shared there. So let me go back and mark everything here. So you can add a co-borrower. So you see, I have added 4 co-borrowers, and out of those 4 co-borrowers, I can actually edit, and I can say, I can see all their information. So let me actually close this one and open the second one, which is 𝘁𝗵. Okay. So edit by me. I'm adding information. I call 𝘁𝗵, say, hey 𝘁𝗵, what's your FICO score? She said, my FICO score is 790. I asked 𝘁𝗵, what is my income? She said, my income is $6,500 per month. I asked, how much is your liability? And 𝘁𝗵 said, my liability is $830 per month, but you can exclude $250 of it because I have an auto loan and only 3 installments remaining. So if anything that is about to be paid, which can exclude. If it is less than 10 installments, you can exclude. So she told me, 𝘁𝗵 told me all this information, and I added this information. She just shared her income, what she added in her, and she can hide it, she can show it. Or I see if there's a verified info for her. So there is verified info. Let me go back and let's see if she's sharing the verified info. So verified info is her credit score is 640. Wow. And income is 0, liability is 0. It means she did not provide all this. All this information is not verified. The only thing verified by lender is this one. So actually, you can see all the information can be controlled. Now, if the co-borrower is not giving me any information, so co-borrower is not giving me any information, like they are not sharing their information, they're not allowing to share all this information, they can still I can still add information on their behalf. So I'm just going to turn it on. So this way we can see what information is being shared. So that's how a co-borrower works. So you can see that a co-borrower can control what information you can use, or what is the information they think that they have. So you added FICO score 790, Begum checked, her credit score comes out to be 739. You calculated income $6,000. She in fact is making $10,000, and you put the liabilities at that much, but her liabilities are either not there or not verified. And then if you look at the lender provided information, the lender says they verified the credit score is 640, and they did not verify other information. So which one you want to use? You want to use this hypothetical information added by you? You want to use this information hypothetically added by the co-borrower, or you want to use the verified information? If that's the case, I guess you are going to just playing with the calculator. You can, or you can, exclude this Begum altogether, or you can include her back. So I'm going to close it. So I have an option, for example, this third wheel. Who is this third wheel? So I say I want to include this as well. Okay, so let's see what's happening. I have two potential co-borrowers. I have third wheel and Begum. Both of them are here. Now let's go to the next step.